So Joe, you had a competitive final but came out ahead. Talk about what it took to, especially that second match where you had to do it in the second period.
Yeah, I mean, he came out firing that second match, just more rough than anything. So really I just had to slow it down and get to the ties where I knew I could score. And really, you know, that's what I focused on in the second period, especially being down 4-2. You know, I just knew I needed to get to positions that I could score. Tervel tells me all the time, once I get my hands locked, I can take down anybody, and I felt that once I got to that single leg in that second period, I got my hands locked, and I was like, dang, I'm gonna score for sure. So just getting to those things is what, you know, was important. And then 50 seconds left, just staying tough, not stopping wrestling, just continuing to wrestle is what they're preaching to me. You know, I like to shut down, but it's not shutting down is important, just wrestling through all positions.
What challenges does Llewellyn present from an opponent's standpoint?
He seemed like a pretty big opponent, honestly. I was surprised at the size of him. Okie State style, stays away, posting, so closing the gap was important. Just getting close, like I said, to try and get to my ties. I mean, I'm not going to be able to get to a lot of open shots on a guy that's used to it, just posting from the outside. So
another world opportunity. Talk about what you'll do to get ready to win a gold this time. Yeah, man, I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this for a while, so just to be able to represent the USA again is exciting. Really, I'm just going to continue on the same plan I'm doing. I mean, you know, me, Miles, and Native, and training like, you know, this is what we were training for. You know, the college season's important, but we'll get to that. You know, the Buckeye fans will see us out there, definitely. But right now, for us, you know, hopefully these two guys can make their world teams right now, you know. I'm hoping for them. And yes, training tough, training freestyle, wrestling with guys like Steber, Micah Jordan, Nate, Fletcher, Keyshawn. You know, I got a lot of partners, and it's comforting knowing that, so.
What has been surprising to you about your first few weeks in Columbus? What's been eye-opening?
Just the work ethic of the entire room. You know, it's not just the top guys. You know, obviously you got names on the program like Kyle Snyder and Logan Sieber and Nate Tomasello, but it's not just those guys that work hard. It's everybody on the team. Anybody's willing to come in and get an extra workout, whether it be cut weight, technique, spar, it doesn't matter. Everybody wants it, and you know, it's just contagious throughout the room, and everybody feels it, and it's awesome. I mean, it's humbling because some days you're like, dang, that's what it takes, you know? But it's easy because you can just look around and say, you know what, that is what it takes, and I'm going to put in that effort, so.
Such a unique situation with this tournament falling inside the college season. What was the dialogue like with you and Coach Ryan about going for this and trying to make a run at it?
Yeah, you know, obviously my recruiting process was long drawn out, and even when I was talking to them, I kind of had my thoughts on this early on in the summer. So then when they came to my house and they were talking to me, they said, hey, I mean, if you want, you know, we got Nate and Miles training for this, we can just throw you right in, you know, because, you know, we want to give guys opportunities to make world teams. You know, that's important. College wrestling is 4 years, and, you know, we'll be back. We'll be there wrestling for the Buckeyes, just, you know, maybe a little later than usual, but it's important, you know, representing our country, especially in times of the world like it is today. I mean, there's no greater honor, and we all feel that, and we're all blessed to be in the positions we are.
When it came down time to make a decision, what was the tipping point? What put Ohio State over the top?
I just felt like they had all the missing piece of the puzzle. You know, I was just excited by being in that room when I was on my visit. I just sat there, surrounded myself with that type of people, not only on the mat, but off the mat. You know, Coach Ryan is a great guy. Tervel's a great guy. Jags, the coaching staff, Kyle, you know. These guys preach what they say, and you know, that's important. It shows a lot about character and what type of men these people are. And you know, that's what it came down to, just surrounding myself with these type of people and try and be the best version of myself, not only on the mat but in life.
There's a lot more that goes into the transfer process than just changing your singlet color and moving halfway across the country. What was it like for you? How difficult was it to leave Stanford and you know, find somewhere new?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. I mean, obviously making a big change in your life it's a lot, and it takes a lot of thought that goes into it. That's why I didn't really rush anything, and you know, people were pressuring me, but you know, at the end of the day, it was my decision. It was a big move for me, so just keep it tight to my core and just what I believe. It's what kind of held me strong throughout the process and really led me to the decision that it was. You know, somebody told me you got to make the decision with your mind, your heart, and your gut, not just one of them. And you know, when I thought about it that way, they all pointed to Ohio State, and I couldn't be any happier where I am right now.